And we finally sort of, it looks like 2003, 2004 from a mentality standpoint now. I don't know until we play a lot more games. But I think there's a really good attitude in this football team. There is also a major risk factor in this football team. And we've been penalized. We let our emotions get away from us. We had some things half of good football teams don't do. So we did the things good football teams do. We stopped the run and we ran the ball. But 11 penalties. Whoa.
One of the things when you look at tonight, another piece of your puzzle, I thought, is what I'm right, is basically came of age. I mean, it was back and forth. In the fourth quarter, you took the lead. Defense, as good as it was supposed to be, people still aren't sure of it, and they made 3 or 4 stands.
Good pressure up front. I mean, you could see the line of scrimmage being won as the game went on.
How good was that to see that piece that had been kind of suspect up to this point?
It's been suspect. Of course, what you're finding out now, I haven't seen the stats, but Chattanooga and Appy, it's a pretty even match.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people not going to slow UT Martin down. So I don't know that we can read too much into what was, I think we're...
Well, the fact that you made stands where maybe in the past you'd given up plays or scores in those situations. This is the first time they had to deliver, and then they did.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, I agree, and it's great to see it. I mean, Chris walked out of there with a smile on his face finally, and he's been doing, we've been doing the right thing. We're talking about keeping our blinders on and just going forward, and we got to learn how to have some composure. Maybe I'm triggering that. I don't know. I got to go home and look in the mirror. I don't know.
Coach, we finally, that two-headed monster in the backfield kind of came out tonight. 45 carries, 250 yards.
Yeah, that was, that's what we thought of. And I think Kobe has become an integral part of that. But I told Alan Bonner if the game was over, I said, y'all not becoming guards now. I mean, there is an element of down the field throwing the ball that we don't need to let get away from us because, we've got, playmakers. And we've just got to quit making mistakes, Lord have mercy. But you got an A and B back combination back there with Calvin and with Sean. And I think Calvin is he's the heartbeat of our football team. The reason he goes out there as a captain. I'm trying to get him to evolve to be more of an influence on the younger players. They ran a corner post for a touchdown on 3rd down against a freshman. They picked him out.
Before I ask you about the pass defense, which will really be tested next week, to
Oh,
follow Josh's question,
Yeah.
had you been waiting for a breakout from Ely like you saw tonight?
Yeah, but yes, I have been, but I haven't been concerned whether it would come or not. Tick, tick, tick. I'm not really concerned that I've been coaching a long time. I know how to do my job. Okay? I see the problems. They will be fixed. Okay? One thing you can't do we couldn't do right now is decide we want to go out and get an attitude about being physical along the line of scrimmage. And maybe we've lost a grip on some other things, but that's been our priority. And we've seemed to have made some progress there. We're not going to get arrogant about it or get complacent about it. But we are definitely going to address the things that keep us from being in control, because we had a capacity there to have some control in this game. Lord mercy, was the last time we had control of the game. But Austin Peay beat Eastern Kentucky. Strap it up, boys.
Yeah, that's a shocker.
Strap it up.
Coach Crowe, you know, he told us expect to play 4 quarters. You know, EIU's always been a physical matchup with us, and to him, you know, what our coaches said, it proves to him how physical we are. So we knew we just had to come out there, you know, make it a physical ball game and win the matchup.
Talk about that physical game up front. The offensive line, there were some big holes for you guys tonight. I think you guys had right under 300 yards rushing.
Offensive line, man, amazing. Like, best job whole year. I credit them for everything that we accomplished tonight. They did a great job.
And just kind of talk about you guys in the second half looked like you had a little more of a rhythm on offense with moving the football. Maybe they were worn out. I don't, you know, but you guys, let's talk about the second half and the push.
We can run the ball. You know, you can do anything when you run the ball. You know, a lot of our pass plays opened up. A lot of stuff opened up that we usually don't have if we can't run the ball. So the key was run the ball in the second half and take control of the clock.
Yeah, just from a defense standpoint, I mean, we came out, we knew we had to do. I mean, all week, you know, we just build off of, you know, the last game, correct our mistakes, and then, you know, coming into this game, you know, just hopefully be better than we were the last game. And I think tonight, you know, it showed.
Late in the game, you guys were really able to get to their quarterback and not let them make anything happen when they were trying to come back. Just talking about the push up front and you guys up front and your effort towards quarterback.
All right. Well, you know, we're a team. You know, we're gonna, you know, stop the run, and you know, when we stop the run, we want them to get in the pass situation, and we work on, you know, rushing the passer, you know, a lot, and you know, we knew we had to do, and we just got after it the best we could.
It's just something that Coach Crowe been harping on all season, and just the old line. They're young, and we just going as we roll. I feel like they came out tonight and they played well. Though. I mean, they practiced well all week, and they were mentally focused and physically focused this week, and they came out and they had something to prove, and I believe they proved it tonight.
You got second half, things started going. You guys got in a little rhythm, especially in the running game. There were some big old holes you were running through up there and making plays in the backfield once you got there. Talk about any adjustments at halftime and what led to that second half push.
I mean, basically just telling them what the players feel like. Just from what we was out there on the field, being a player, we see more than the coaches do. So basically, we went in there, asked them. The coaches asked us what we saw. We told them, and Coach Crowe and the rest of the coaches, they made a couple of adjustments, and we just went out there, no line. They continued to play physical.
We came out, we put up a good game plan for preparation for this game, and we came out focused. We stuck to the game plan. When times got tough, we had guys pull through. We lost our corner, Jawan Booker, and we had some young guys come in and step up. So that was real big for the secondary. We had total confidence in those young guys, and I know that, you know, the rest of the season, I know they're gonna make plays. So D-line stepped up, linebackers played good. It was kind of shaky every now and then, but in the end, we pulled through. So that's the main thing.
You got the pick there late. Talk about that play.
Yeah, I knew I had dropped one earlier, and I knew that was gonna come back to me. So I just was patient, waiting on my opportunity to make that play. I knew that was gonna go deep. We got good pressure by the D-line, and I just made a play. So.
Yeah, we try to establish a run, chew up a lot of clock, and keep our defense off the field. And if we do that, it makes it easier on us and giving them a great rest. So, you know, if we can establish a run like that, I think it's going to be tough to beat us with Sean and Calvin coming in running like that. They're just two great players.
We've talked about with Sean and Calvin, kind of a two-headed monster. I think we saw more of that tonight than we have so far this season. They had some big holes up front. Talk about the effort from the line.
They did. The offensive line, they took it real personal tonight. I think we ran for like 294. It's just kudos to them because that's a great job. They're great athletes, but they couldn't do it without them. So it's just a great all-around win.